Galileo used ratios and proportion to change how we see the universe, and golden ratio makes our universe beautiful. But even today, it's still underrated in both math and physics, even though it's easy, simple, and something we use every day. Most of the time, we don't even realize it. This is cosmic colors, and we are revealing the true color of ratios and proportion. Let's understand ratio in more elegant way. Imagine you are Galileo. You watch the skies, carefully noting every movement of planets and moons. You write down the time, the position again and again. Now there's a problem. How do you tell if something is moving and more importantly, at what speed? You don't have a radar, no clocks with millisecond, no satellites, just your eyes and your records. This same problem was tackled by Galileo. He did something simple. He made comparisons. And that quiet comparison is what we now call a ratio. We will come back to your story, but first we need to understand what a ratio really is. So, what is a ratio? At its heart, a ratio is a comparison between two quantities. Not just any comparison, but one that shows how much of one thing exists compared to another. Like, if you run a unit distance in 15 minutes, you are already using a ratio. But here's the thing, you don't even realize it. There's one unit every 15 minutes, and without thinking, your mind goes 2 units would take 30 minutes, 3 units 45 minutes. That's ratio in action. One simple piece of information, and you can figure out everything else. But the use of ratio doesn't stop there. They show up in almost every part of life. Every 60 seconds in Africa, a minute passes. When you drink water, the glass gets emptier. When 1 year passes, your age increases by 1. When snow falls, the temperature drops. All of these are comparisons. We find something common when one thing depends on another. If one changes, the other changes, and vice versa. That's what ratio captures. It's not just numbers, it's a relationship. And once you start noticing them, you see them everywhere. And like every relationship, ratios come with their own properties. Let's walk through a few of them, not as facts to memorize, but as truths you have already lived. Equivalent ratios. You drink a glass of water in 10 seconds. So 2 glasses take 20 seconds and 3 glasses take 30 seconds. And you can see the numbers double, but the relationship, it stays the same. That's 1 ratio 10 becoming 2 ratio 20 or 3 ratio 30. It's the same story. Time taken to drink water, just told with bigger numbers. Inversion property. Speed is distance over time, say 60 km in 1 hour. Flip it and now it's time over distance, 1 hour for 60 km. You are seeing the same event from the other side. Useful when switching perspectives, like how far can I go in an hour versus how long will this distance take. Scaling property. Our recipe says 2 cups of flour to 1 cup of sugar. Making a bigger cake, multiply both 4 ratio 2 or 6 ratio 3. It's still the same sweet balance. That's scaling. Ratios stretch, but the flavor stays the same. Transitive property and one of my favorite. If your planet is 100 km from moon X and that moon X is 150 km from moon Y, then your planet is 250 km from the moon Y. There's the transitive property in motion. When one thing relates to a second and the second relates to a third, you can link the first and third directly. It helps us chain comparisons. It's the same idea behind maps, speed conversions, and even music intervals. We are back to your story. Now you know. If you compare your moon and planet to another object, you can find a relationship. And that is what physics is all about. Relationship between different entities. There are a lot to cover, so we will continue this story in next part, where we find out how ratio used in physics, geometry, and golden ratio. And as you know, when you click the subscribe button, my happiness increases. That's also a ratio. Thanks for watching.